So I recently purchased the Insta360 GO 3. Now for the past few months, this little guy has been taking the internet by storm as a very innovative new action camera. It's got a pretty nifty party trick. It's magnetic, so it sticks to almost any metal surface. Well, once I purchased mine, took it out of the box and used it for a little bit, I realized I was quite disappointed with it. I found that many of the features it boasts about have been prevalent in action cameras for years. So I decided to compare it with my GoPro Hero 7 Black, which came out in 2018. I do have newer GoPros, but I just want to make a point how this device from 2018 can directly compete, and in some ways I think is better than this brand new camera. First off, the Insta360 GO 3 is waterproof up to 16 feet, but as long as it's out of the pod housing. Only the actual camera piece itself is safe to go in water. The pod is not. The pod is splash resistant, not water resistant. Whereas the GoPro from 2018 can go up to 33 feet without any special housing. Another thing the Insta360 boasts about is its 2.7K 30 frames per second resolution. That is the max resolution on that camera. Whereas the GoPro, again from 2018, can record in 4K 60 frames per second. I think 4K 60 frames per second should be the bare minimum for cameras these days. Another thing the GO 3 boasts is its LCD touchscreen. Now, while that is a step up from previous iterations of the Go, such as the Go 2, GoPros have had a touchscreen for years at this point, so I don't really think that's anything to brag about. Both are capable of live streaming, both have live stream support. But my main problem with it is this is supposed to be an action camera, but it says right here in the Insta360 GO 3 safety guidelines, do not drop or strike the product and keep GO 3 away from sand and dust. Now, that's a big problem for me. I need my action cameras to be ready for action. This GoPro Hero 7 Black I took out to California to the desert where I rode dirt bikes for a week. This camera was absolutely incredible. I had it mounted to my helmet with nothing but this hollow casing. All this casing did was hold it on my helmet. It wasn't protecting it in any way. I was getting blasted by sand, dust, rocks, dirt, everything for a week straight, and the camera still works perfectly. Whereas when I hold the GO 3, it feels almost like a cheaper plastic toy, and I'd be pretty scared to take this anywhere where it might get hurt. And then I think that defeats the whole purpose of it being an action camera. Another thing is storage. The Insta360 GO 3 only comes with solid state storage. You can get it 32 gigabytes, 64 gigabytes, or 128 gigabytes. You cannot put SD cards in this. It just is what it is. Whereas of course the GoPro, you can stick in any micro SD card, plug and play, and have as much storage as you want. Same goes for batteries. The Insta360 GO 3 does not have any interchangeable batteries. It just is what it is. Now, the pod casing does act like an AirPods charging case, so if you remove the camera and then put it back into the pod, it will begin to charge the camera. But the camera battery depletes so quickly. I used it for about 5 to 10 minutes the other day and it already drained to half battery. I don't understand that. It's a brand new device. Whereas of course with the GoPro, you can swap for fresh batteries whenever your current one runs out. Another thing that I find pretty annoying that coincides with the storage space, since there's no removable micro SD card, everything is uploaded and connected to an app on your phone. So you essentially spend more time in the phone app managing your files, editing them, reviewing them, than you actually do using the camera. You have to wait for it to connect to Bluetooth every single time. I like being able to just take the SD card out, throw it into the computer. I have all my footage right there. I can throw it right into DaVinci. Whereas with this, I don't know, it feels like a lot of extra work. I don't like editing on mobile either, and that seems to be what they're encouraging you to do. So there you have it. I don't think the Insta360 GO 3 is really as special or new and exciting as it was made out to be. I found myself quite disappointed after buying it, and I think if you're looking for a solid action camera, you'd be much better going with a GoPro. The tried and true, they've been around forever. And besides, with a GoPro, there's so many different third-party options. You can buy batteries and accessories, whereas the Insta360 GO has a very small and limited selection of accessories, most of which are only provided by Insta360 themselves.